You ever feel such a bad burnout sometimes? You see, as an entrepreneur, we go through these waves of emotion. One of them being I would say the burnout emotion or the burnout phase. And this is the phase where you no longer want to work, you no longer feel excited, you no longer feel motivated, you no longer feel any of these things. In this video, I will tell you exactly what to do and how to solve it, and what kind are you to be able to avoid future burnout. Now make sure you are sharing this video, liking this video, and drop in the comments if you've ever felt a burnout before. All right, well, let's talk about who gets to a point where they are burning out. Typically 4 types, and the first type is a perfectionist, somebody that wants everything perfect. The second part is somebody that is a pessimist. It means they're, people that always feel down and they look down on futuristic stuff. Number 3, a control freak, somebody that wants to control everything in their life and be able to hold everything. Number 4 is type A, super competitive person that is always comparing him or herself to other people. So now that we talked about the types of people, let's talk about the causes of a burnout. From what I've seen in my career, there's 5 typical things or causes for a burnout. Number 1 is neglecting personal health in relationships. I've seen too many people let go of their health in their career, me included, and relationships. They just cut off all the people around them. And I understand sometimes it's, they're not the best people, but to the point where they have no other relationships they can talk to. Hence why there's this myth about, entrepreneurs, males or females, that they're always going to end up single. Now, I don't believe that to be true. I feel like if you can manage a burnout, everything else will be easy. Number 2 is overload of responsibilities. You know the saying, somebody that's trying to catch 2 rabbits catches none. That's what it is. I see too many people handling too many projects. Now, too many projects in the same area, I would say, that's a different story. That can cause to a burnout as well. But sometimes people are managing 10 companies. Like I know somebody that's doing this agency and that agency and social media and this and that, and they're not going deep, they're going really wide, and they're trying to balance all these plates, but that's just too much. Number 3 is what I typically see is people have a lack of growth. They don't believe that they're growing, and I truly believe progress is the key to happiness. So if they're not growing or they're not seeing themselves growing, they'll start going into like a burnout phase. Number 4 is craving new experiences. They're getting to a burnout phase because they're no longer excited about what they're doing, and they don't know how to excite themselves when it comes to their business. And last but not least, I've seen too many people get a burnout because of their own imaginations. Yes, I said it. Their own mind, their own imagination. This is the kind that they thought too deep, too negative into the future, that they're like, well, what's the point? I'm gonna burn out. I'm not a believer in the people that say I'm burning out for 3 months. That's a little stupid. For me, burnout can be solved in a couple days. I can work on reigniting something. I can work on doing something, and I'll give you tips on how to really avoid, or let's just say you got there, how to really get out of it. And my biggest advice to people is go talk to somebody. Now, this somebody can be, there's a couple kinds of people that you can talk to. There's a downer, somebody that's always just like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. The economy is bad, and this is bad, and that bad, and it's his fault, and her fault, and F them. Yeah, no. Number 2, you have the upper. The upper is, hey, I love you no matter what. This is typically family. This is typically closer friends. This is typically your spouse. I love you no matter what. These are okay to be around. And then you have what I call a leader. When you talk to a leader about something like this, they typically get to challenge you, to allow you to see things from different perspectives, allow you to get out of your rut, challenge you and get you, hey, let's do something big. Let's get some goals going. Let's re-see your why. Let's rewatch some movies. Let's rewatch something that would excite you and get you to your A game. So let me give you some tips on how to get over a burnout or avoid having a burnout. So let's talk about number 1 is being able to protect your yeses. Many people, they don't know how to protect their yeses. They don't know how to just say no to things. You see, there's sometimes a great opportunity, just not for you right now. They say yes to a lot of things. They say yes to every family gathering. They say yes to every business meeting. They say yes to every party. They say yes to each of their employees asking for something. They say yes for every favor. Stop saying yes a lot. Learn how to protect your yeses. You can turn off your phone for 15 minutes, do some praying, do some meditation. It really works for me if it's in the middle of the day and I want to kind of push through the day. really works when you like pause 15 minutes, get the phone away from you, and just have a prayer, have some meditation. Number 3, I'm a big fan of annual travel, big fan of going to spas, big fan of going to Russian saunas, big fan of the, jumping in the hot sauna, going in the cold water, hot sauna, cold water, and just really shocking my body. Sometimes a massage is really good, every 6 months, like a deep massage that would really put you to sleep. Spas are a great way to have a little getaway. Number 4, go somewhere to gain perspective. You see, for all of us that live in North America or in Europe, it's a little funny to see us saying that we live a bad life. I want you to go to the Middle East, to the bad parts of the Middle East, and really check. To the bad parts of Africa, to the bad parts of anywhere in the world, Latin America. There's bad parts everywhere in the world. Go gain perspective. Sometimes in your own city, go to there's the not the best area, and talk to people. See what happens with it. You'll gain a different perspective, and you start thinking of what you have in a very different way. And that takes me to my next point, which is being grateful. Sometimes all you gotta do is put your phone away, pull up a pen and paper, and just keep writing what you're grateful for. I'm talking for the whole thing. I'm talking for the water, for the sun, for the food, for your brain, for you having your health, having your wealth, being able to open up a business, being able to have internet, being able to talk to people, being able to be liked, being able to have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a spouse, a family. Just being grateful for a lot of things that you have in life will reignite some things in you. Number 6, this is something that I'm a sucker for, comedy. If I'm feeling any type of bad way and you take me to a comedy club, you will know right after the comedy club, I'm a brand new, fresh person. It's crazy. And let's just say there's no comedy club. If I watch something that's real, I'll go right away on YouTube and I'll find something funny. I have a couple guys that I really watch, that I really like how they do things, and I actually learn a lot from them being on stage and stuff. I love how they just do things on the fly, just my best. So comedy is a really great getaway. Number 7 is learn how to create systems for your life, systems that will allow you to move through life rather than just reaction on everything in life. I'm a big fan of not reacting to things and just allowing things to happen while creating system, so the discipline part is still there. Number 8 is learn how to minimize friends. Yes, I said it. Listen, man, some circles you guys have are draining circles. Some circles that I have are draining circles or draining people. I must disassociate myself. I must push them a little bit more. I must not talk to them often. Very important for my brain and my health, and being able to lead organizations and being able to, jump in the trading zone, jump into new communities and really inspire these people. I need to be able to be inspired to inspire. So if I'm around draining people, I'm just not going nowhere. Number 9, exercise. I'm a big fan. If I'm stressed, I'll go play a soccer game. I'll go do some Muay Thai, some boxing, some lifting, do whatever, right? Sweat it out. Number 10, learn how to seek progress, not perfection. Everything in life is progress. So once you work on that progress, the key to happiness is progress. Last but not least is distractions. You see, you must be able to cut off all distractions. You're an entrepreneur. You're not meant for a simple life. You're not meant to finish work at 5 o'clock. But there's a lot of distractions that you have in your life that you must cut out. Some people, Instagram is distracting for them. But my business is on Instagram. That's not. Are you intentional with these things? Instagram for me, TikTok, and all these platforms are. As much as I say, there are distractions. So I must be able to limit my time on them, and being able to put out content more than I consume, and being able to systemize these things, whether it's hiring a company that's going to post for me, whether hiring an assistant that's going to posting for me. It's easier if I create systems and really start cutting off distractions. Here's my last tip that I want to say before I forget. And this is going to be a little controversial, but I can tell you one thing. I would rather go through a burnout than do nothing in my life. And I live by that motto. I lead with that motto. I would rather be burnout, stressed out of my mind, and do something with my life rather than just being just another person. So maybe that gives you a perspective, and maybe this will reignite something in you to go out there and actually just demolish and conquer new businesses. So don't forget to share, like, subscribe, all the other stuff. Drop a comment in the chat. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know which part works best for you, and maybe if you have other tips for other people. And we will see you guys in other videos. Y'all take care.